Hello, folks. Welcome to today's football predictions on betcraft. Another very beautiful Tuesday morning, and once again, we are back with our predictions as usual. We always look at football games that is going on across the globe, and also getting previous results for each of these teams. Using those results, we always come up with the possible best possible verdicts for each of these matches. That's what we do on a daily basis, and exactly what we're going to do today. And we'll be doing that, or we already have our matches lined up and all those games lined up, and we'll be looking at it in a short while. But yesterday's matches, we saw the big odds that we had, actually coming out right. The big odds are coming out right, yesterday, and the small odds are the ones that actually disappointed yesterday. But hopefully we are going to do much more better today, and we are quite prepared for that. And before we go ahead, we'll be asking those of us who are coming across our video for the first time, if you're yet to subscribe, take out time to hit the subscription button right now so that you don't miss out on our subsequent football predictions that will always be there. And also remember to like and share. If you're not sharing our video, you are wrong. Like, always share our video so that we'll get to meet other people, okay? So we get more audience in this our channel. Please try and share our videos, all right? Okay, all right, that being said, without further ado, we start with the first match of today, and it is in the Spanish La Liga, where we have Real Valladolid who will be up against Jirona. Okay, and we know that Valladolid, the home side, have actually been relegated in La Liga. And Girona is actually out of our relegation, zone, but they've been doing very well to move quite further out of that, very area where they are at the moment. And when we look at recent games for Valladolid, in the last 6 matches that they had, they've lost all the 6 games, and away side, Girona have managed to achieve 1 victory and 1 draw, but have lost 4 matches out of the last 6 games that they have so far. When you take a look at how they fared from home and away basis, we see that Valladolid from home, they've won 2 games and 1 draw. They've also lost 7 matches in the last 10 home matches that they had so far. And away side, Jirona, on the other hand, have managed 1 win from away and 2 draws. The last away game they played was against Leganés, and they had a 1-1 draw on that occasion. And in this very one, we are expecting the away side Jirona, who will be looking to move further and clear out of relegation to, not lose here. So we expect to see the away side either winning or drawing and under 4.5. That's our value for that very encounter. Which win or draw and under 4. And the next game is also in La Liga, where we have Sevilla who will be up against Las Palmas. Okay, and Sevilla have had 2 draws and they've lost 4 games out of the last 6 matches. All right, folks. Las Palmas, away side, managed to achieve 2 victories and 4 losses in the last 6 games that they have so far. Also, Las Palmas is a side that is also battling a relegation, and Sevilla will be also, actually at 8 points. They'll be looking to move quite further out of the position where they are at the moment. And when you take a look at how these 2 teams are fared from home and away perspective, Sevilla have managed just 1 victory from home in the last 10 home matches that they have so far. But they've also had a lot of draws, 6 draws out of the last 10 home games, and they have lost 3 games out of those. And away side, on the other hand, Las Palmas have managed 1 win. They've also had 3 draws from the last 10 away games, but have also lost 6 games out of those. And the last game for Sevilla saw them playing a 2-2 draw against Leganés. And on head-to-head basis, it was another 2-2 draw against Las Palmas. The last time both teams met was actually last year in August. And in this very one, we are going for to see a minimum of 2 goals occurring here. So it is another 1.5. That's what we expect for that very game. And the next game that we have is in Finland, the Waikonen League, where we have SJK Academia who will be up against PK 35 in the Finland, Waikonen League. And when you look at SJK in the last 6 matches that they have so far, I've seen them winning 3 games out of those 6, but they've also lost 3. And away side PK 35 have won 4 games and a draw, losing just 1 in the last 6 matches that they had. Looking at how these 2 teams perform from home and away basis, we say playing from home, SJK have won just 1 game, and they've also had 3 draws, and they've lost 6 games out of the last 10 home appearances. While PK 35, their away side, have managed to achieve 5 victories from the last 10 away games that they had so far, and they've also had 3 draws, losing 2 matches. Okay, quite noticeable in the fact that this 2 side score and concede lots of goals. And we can see for the home side SJK, the last 10 home matches that they had, have seen over 2.5 9 times out of 10. And we side PK35 also have seen a similar situation in that the last 10 away games that they had also have produced over 2.5 6 times out of 10, and the last 5 away games that they had saw over 2.5 in each of the 5 away games that they had in recent times. On head-to-head basis, the last time they met was a 2-2 draw, and prior to that we saw SJK beating this very side by 3-0. And in this very one, we are definitely going for a minimum of 3 goals appearing here. So it is an over 2.5. That's our value for this very encounter. And the next is in the Egypt Premier League, where we have Haras El Hudud who will be up against the National Bank of Egypt. And National Bank have been doing so very well. We saw the last match they had against Pyramid, winning very convincingly against Pyramid. And in the recent game for both sides, you can see that El Hudud, the home side, have managed to achieve 2 victories and have lost 4 matches in the last 6 matches that they had so far. And National Bank of Egypt have managed to achieve 4 wins and a draw, losing just once in the last 6 games. When you look at the performances from home and away basis, you can see El Hudud, the home side, have been able to achieve 5 victories and a draw in the last 10 home matches, but have also lost 4 games out of the last 10 home matches that they had so far. Okay, the last loss was actually against Pyramid, where they lost by 2-1 against the Pyramid. And away side, the National Bank of Egypt have done very well from away, winning lots of matches, winning 6 games from the last 10 away games. They've also had 2 draws as well as 2 losses. Okay, and the last 3 away games that they had so far saw them winning convincingly. The last one was against Cleopatra, where they won by 4-2 from away. And on head-to-head basis, the last time they met was actually National Bank, who played from home and won against El Hadrud by 2-1. And we know that the form of the away side is quite good, and we're expecting the away side to do very well here. And we are going with the away side to win our trophy in this very encounter. That's our verdict for that very encounter. Are we win? That's our verdict, okay? And the next game, which I could be the last for today, is in Danish second division, where we have a friend coming up against Tisted. And for the recent games for each of these 2 sides, for Tisted, from the home side actually having won just once and 2 draws, but have also lost 3 matches out of the last 6 matches that they had so far. And away side Tisted won 2 games and also had 3 draws, losing 1 in the last 6 matches that they have so far, right? When you take a look at how the 2 teams have performed from home and away perspective, you can see that from the home side have won 4 matches and a draw in the last 10 home games that they had. They've also lost 5 games out of those. And away side Tisted have managed to achieve 4 victories in the last 10 away games, and they've also had 2 draws, but have lost 4 matches out of those. Okay, and looking at the results, you can see that it also produced lots of goals for the away side Tisted. The last 3 away games that they had so far have produced over 2.5, and the last away game they had against Helsingo, so they're beating Helsingo by 3-2 on that occasion. So in this very one, we are expecting a minimum of 2 goals in this very encounter. We expect to see just 2 goals at minimum in this very encounter. So over 1.5 rather, that's our value for that very encounter. And that brings our predictions for you today on Betcraft to a conclusion. We wish you the very best of luck and hope your ticket goes green. Also remember to play responsibly, as these are football games. Sometimes it may not be exactly what it presents sometimes. Alright, that being said, tomorrow is another day. We'll be back with our predictions. Also remember to share and please share our video, please. Alright, tomorrow is another day. We'll be back. But until that time, keep winning.